humans have the most adaptable brain. There are some biological limits, but compared to any other species, they pale into insignificance. We not only have the capacity to change our brain as a result of the inputs we get, but we have a very, very powerful general learning algorithm. Our imagination coupled with our creation is very powerful because we first imagine something, which is imagine image. We see a picture of how it could be, a dream, we dream about it. We take what we see already and we change it a bit creatively, which is a very complex and interesting brain function. And then we try and create in our reality what we've seen in our imagination. And we can do this for years. We can have a vision that takes us years to execute. And we can keep failing and failing, not achieving what we wished to, and still keep going. We can find small, tiny little hints as to what's good and then reinforce those by making them solid and fixed in our mind, in our body, and then keep moving until we have all the moving parts and can put together whatever we wished to, if we are successful. Sometimes we spend years, even whole countries spend decades of working to try and achieve something that is ultimately not achievable. And this plasticity of our brain, this malleability, this changeability, is what has allowed us to become the dominant species on this world, because we create a world and then we adapt to it, and then we create a new world, and our bodies and our language and our culture adapts and resettles around the new form, constantly being pushed into disorder and then settling down to form order again. And our brain changes itself, it builds itself based on the experience we get. If we listen to music all day, every day, and we try and make music all day, every day, our musical centers, our auditory centers in our brain, grow measurably larger. And we can eventually free associate between many diverse songs and create different rhythms, all very complex and nowhere else in nature found. There's no animal in nature that uses vibrating strings to make a sound with their appendages. There's no animal that uses a piece of wood and wheels to do tricks. We are the only species that skateboards. And we are the only species who can learn to skateboard. A skateboard which is something that is so unlike our environment that we evolved in, and yet we can adapt to it and do crazy stunts. And who knows where the future will lead us, because we are running down the rabbit hole, not just falling but running down, and nobody knows where it's going to end, and a lot of us are enjoying the ride. Bye from one plastic brain to another.